Now the first type of graphs that we need to learn once we know how to plot coordinates are what we call very simple graphs, like x equals and y equals, followed by a number. So a great idea now would be to actually plot these, and then I want you to try and look for a pattern to what you see happen, and see if you can describe it in English words. So if you plotted them, you should have something like this, and notice that they are all in a straight line. So we can actually draw a line all the way through. And please notice that I didn't stop where my coordinates ended, I went all the way along. It's really important that you do that. Now, looking at them also, you should be able to see that to make this straight line is because they all have a 2 in them. And you can be a bit more specific. You could say, well, the x part, the x coordinate is always 2. So here's the sentence, the x coordinate is always 2, but in mathematics we try and write as little as possible. So instead of saying the x coordinate, we could say something like x. Instead of writing is always, we have an operation or a symbol for that, equals, and 2 is obviously 2. So what we actually say is this is the line x equals 2, because the x coordinate on every coordinate on this line, doesn't matter if we go past this graph or not, is always 2. So that's what simple x equals graphs are, and now we're going to have a look at the simple y equals graphs. So plot these again and look for a pattern. Now if you've done that, you should see that they're in a straight line, but this time it's going across in a horizontal direction. And the -4 in the y is always the same. The last part, -4, is there in every single coordinate, even this one or this one. All of these coordinates would have -4. So as a sentence, the y coordinate is always -4, and more mathematical language, the y coordinate, just y, is always equals -4. And remember to always label your lines. So now it's time for you to speak to your teacher and get a few of those to practice.